Yo, what is going on, guys? So, part one of the Q&A was so long, for over 49 minutes. Crazy. Now, for part two, we still have the whole YouTube side. So, before we jump into this one, I read through all the comments. And I put a heart on each one that I'm going to actually read out in this video. And then for the other ones, I try to just respond to them personally. Some of them were like rank up questions or in-game questions, so I tried to just help you guys that way. And some questions have been asked in the previous video, or there's multiple times in this one, so I just answered them personally, and then I'll just read out one. So yeah, if I don't read yours out, hopefully I responded to it actually on YouTube. But yeah, let's get into it because I don't want this to be another 50 minutes. So we're going to start with the most liked ones. Let's start here. So when are you and BG getting married? Well, Brian's going to have to get a divorce from Laura before that can happen. So, I don't know. I don't know when that's going to be. Next up, are you in a relationship? No, I'm currently single. Next, Katie Candy. And oh yeah, I wanted to read out everybody's names as well. Sebastian, thank you for your question. And Mama. Next up, we got Katie. When making a sandwich, do you go white or wheat? So when I was a kid, I always wanted white bread. Like, I would never eat brown bread. I thought it was like disgusting, but I never had it. And then like recently, I had been having sandwiches on brown bread or whole wheat, and I'm like, this tastes better. So I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me, but yeah, I prefer actually whole wheat bread now. So yeah, it's healthier too. So we're trying to eat healthier lately. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for the question, Katie. Interesting one. Edison saying, what champion has the best animations in your opinion? Dr. Doom has some really great animations. Symbiote Supreme has some really cool animations. Yeah, I think a lot of the new Mystic champions have some cool stuff. Next up from Matt here, how do you still enjoy doing the same thing nearly every day for years and not want to quit? Congrats to 5K. Thank you, man. Thank you for the congratulations. Yeah. It's tough. It is very tough. I have wanted to quit at some points, and I have actually quit at one point. I took a 3-month break, and it was great. And came back and it was fresh. And when I'm not really feeling the game, I go down to like bare essentials. I just do AQ and War, and that's it. My energy sits capped at 70. I only log in to do AQ and War, and I can get by on that. So sometimes when it's like that, that's all I do. But then sometimes when I have the drive to play, I'm playing arena all day and stuff like that. So it just depends. Next up, we got a big question. So when did you start playing MCOC? October 15th, 2016. The best thing you like about MCOC, that it's mobile, because I can play it anywhere. The worst thing you hate about MCOC, how expensive it is and just how overpriced things are, and just how pay to win some aspects of the game are. How many 6 stars do you have? I'm not sure. Over 50, I think now. Who is your best partner in incursions? Brian Grant. He's my level 42 buddy. Which champions do you want to see in MCOC? Black Cat and Thor from Infinity War or Endgame, or both. And number 7, your top 5 champs and your top 5 meme champs. I don't know, man. There's a lot of champs. I'll say one of each. Human Torch, definitely top 5 for me. And top 5 meme, Joe Fixit and Iron Patriot. Some big old memes. And congratulations on getting 75K. Love you. 75,000. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Marvel's Assemble. All right, next up, Taz. Which champ have you had the best experience with? The champ you've clocked the most amount of hours into? That's an interesting question. I don't know. I'm really not sure. I've definitely clocked a lot of hours into Omega Red, Ghost, Corvus, those 3 a lot. And then for Abyss, Dr. Doom, Aegon, clocked a lot of hours into those guys. Human Torch a fair bit as well. It's got to be like those champions probably have the most. I wish there was like a place in game where it shows you. That'd be cool. But yeah, I use Ghost for like a lot of questing every month. It's like just my excess questing. I usually just bring Ghost to do. So it might be her just from that alone. It might also be Corvus because I use him in AQ so much. It's tough to say. But yeah, thanks for the question, Taz. Next up, we got a question from Chris P. Cream. 75K already, dude. That's pretty cool. Also, you ever get recognized in public? I mean, that beard is hard to miss. Thanks, man. No, I've never gotten recognized in public, like in where I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, or in Canada in general. But at Comic-Con I get recognized, but that doesn't count. So no, I technically still have not been recognized yet. I'm waiting for the day, man. I'm waiting for the day. How has your life been affected after you started making content and streaming? Lots of love from India. Thank you, Flesh Wound. It's been affected greatly, and it's very weird, like telling people like what I do now. It's very weird. People always ask me when new people like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I make YouTube videos. Like, really? Like it always leads for interesting conversation with people, because like most people don't really understand, especially like older people, and they're like, so, and what everyone always wants to know, so how much do you get paid? Like, I find that funny, because like the older generation, like that's something like they don't really like to talk to. But whenever they find out that I do YouTube, that's always the first question that comes to mind. Like, oh, well, how much do you make? It's weird making content and that like being my job, I find. So yeah, that's kind of, it's affected my life kind of weirdly in that way. But I do love it, and I'm so thankful to have this as my job. Where you see yourself in 5 years? Also, there's a lot of questions that we answered in the last one, so yeah, skip those. But I have no idea where I see myself in 5 years. You're gonna practice playing Tigra. She's really underrated. If I get her, yeah, I'd like to. What's your favorite thing to do outside of MCOC? Love the content. Thanks, man. Just hanging out with my friends, playing games with them, sports, playing pool, love playing some billiards, that sort of thing, watching some anime too, TV. How do I get a beard? Yeah, thank you for your question, Sam. I haven't been saying the names again. Haven't I? You So Hot, and Mega DJ Gamer. I think that's your questions. Next up, we got Arjun. So how do I get a beard like yours? It's really, dude, like when I was in high school, I always wanted to grow a beard. And like when I first started being able to like grow facial hair, I thought I could grow a beard. No. And then I just never really tried. I always shaved like every week. And then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? Let me just like try. It would have been last year. So when I was like 19, I really just let it grow for like a whole month, and it actually like started to come in fairly well. And then after I shaved it, the next time it really started coming in well, and now it always comes in good. So yeah, just like let it grow for like a month and just like see what happens. Maybe you can grow a really good beard too. You don't know until you try. Give it like a solid month. But yeah, thanks for your question, man. Next up, Ghost King. What is, in your opinion, the worst and best fight created in MCOC? Could be from any quest, any time. The best, I think, is the Grand Master. That's a great fight. The worst, I don't know about the worst, but like one of the worst interactions, I think, is Maestro in Labyrinth when fighting against tech champions, and he just starts infinitely regenning. I think that's like one of the worst mechanics, stuff like that, where it just forces you to quit out. I hate that kind of stuff. So yeah, right. And these questions here, answer those in the last video. But thank you, Asian Muffin and Zero Frost Ninja. Invited homie, are you going to do a face reveal at 100K? Maybe. I don't know, maybe. If you guys really want it. Snowberry, who do you think are the best defense champs so far, regardless of tier? Iron Man, Infinity War, Thing, Korg. Three are the best right there. They feel like defensive champions, Thing is pretty good offensively too, but he's very defensive. Do you remember your first 5-star character and you like it for this day? Yeah, it's Iron Fist, and no, he sucks. He needs a buff. I got some questions. Who is Lagacy? Me. What is Lagacy? YouTuber. Where is Lagacy? In Canada. When is Lagacy? 2020. Why is Lagacy? I don't know. How is Lagacy? Pretty good. A little hungry. But yeah, thank you for your question, Brandon. You have a great name. And Silver King Prime. Thank you for your question as well. Next up, Nathan. Would you ever upload other content, and will you be uploading Realm of Champions? Yeah. Definitely down to try Realm of Champions. I'm just waiting for it to like actually be released. I've tried like the day everyone was getting it on like Singapore app stores or something. I tried, didn't get it. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna wait till it actually comes out and get it legit, and then I'll try it for sure on a stream or a video or something. Alexander, will you try out other games in the future like PS4, GTA Online, Fortnite, Modern Warfare, or will you stick to only this? Yeah, definitely down to try some other games. I really like to play the Spider-Man game. I'd really like to play that on PS4. How to become Cavalier, been trying so hard, but couldn't complete. Karthik, watch some videos. Maybe your champions just aren't high enough level yet. Keep grinding. You'll get there. How did you know that you want to start recording and posting any gameplay? Congrats on 5K. Thanks, man. Carlo, I really just, I loved watching crystal opening videos on YouTube, and I was like, it'd be cool to upload my own, and I did that around Christmas. And I had recently gotten Scarlet Witch, which was like the craziest thing in the game at the time. Like that was the champion everyone wanted, and if you didn't have her, like you were just SOL. So yeah, I just thought it was cool, and then eventually I started uploading some gameplay too. I remember I did a guide on when Iceman first came out, how to beat him using Captain America World War II, and I just blocked like everything. That video got like 2,000 views, which was like normally I'd get like 50 views, so that was really cool. Yeah. Mike, do you like the direction the game is going now? War is a grind. How do you stay motivated? Yeah, I think the game is going in a pretty good direction, especially with how things are looking in the Act 7. I didn't do the beta, but I've heard really good things from everyone else. And War is a grind. How do you stay motivated? War is a grind, but I'm surrounded by really great people in For Loki, and especially my battle group leader Taters. He makes it just so easy. Like he does so much work. He assigns the champs and everything like that who we're supposed to use, so it takes out a lot of the stress, and when I just know who to use for what fights, how to do the fights, and it makes it so much easier, and it makes it fun too, because then I can upload it on YouTube, and yeah, I just try to have a good outlook on it. And I've always liked War, so that's good. Who's better, Domino or Havoc? I really need your answer. Trying to convince someone Domino's better. Yeah, overall, I'd probably say Domino's a bit better. Yeah. I keep forgetting to say names. Mike and Battle Boss, thank you guys for questions. And next up, Daniel. F, Mary, Kill, Brian Grant, Seaton, Karate Mike. Oh man, why am I answering this question? I mean, I have to marry Brian. I have to kill Seaton or Mike. That's a tough question. I don't want to answer that. Let's move on to the next question. Who will you rather take with using Omega Red, Special Connoisseur, Man Thing, X6, or Stubborn Thing Boss? Stubham, I would definitely rather fight a Stubborn Thing Boss. Machine, do you have any other career goals in life? Do you see yourself doing YouTube for the foreseeable future? Yeah, I do. I wanted to keep doing YouTube for a long time. Yeah, it's my dream job doing YouTube, so yeah, I just want to keep at it. Ivan, who's your favorite champ to play or looks cool? I know you like a few. Yeah, I love playing a lot of champs. Human Torch for one, and I think he looks so cool. Great specials. It's probably Human Torch, man. My favorite champ to play. What are your plans for MCC when MCC inevitably ends, stops being profitable enough to make videos on? I know that point is far away, but since you're doing this as a job, I thought you might have already considered this. Abdur, yeah, I've thought about it, I'll probably just try to do a new game on the channel. I'm sure if I really set my mind to it, I could turn my channel focused onto another game. But like to do that, I would really just have to like spend all my time and effort on that game. Cause like for me, I find like the way my channel is, it's like you guys kind of watch me because I'm fairly good at the game and fairly knowledgeable and have an alright personality, I guess, But I feel like being good at the game is like kind of why a lot of people check me out a bit, So like to get it into a new game, I feel like I'd have to play it a lot and get really good at it, and then like attract people to my channel for that new game. So I have thought about that's probably what I'll do, something like that. Or, you know, if MCOC dies or whatever and the community, like a bulk of the community goes to another game, maybe I'll just go to that game with everyone. Something like that maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens. Cross that bridge when I get there, you know, but I have given it a little bit of thought. I'd really just have to put in a lot of time trying to make a new game into a career, you know. It takes so much time. All right, next question. Unio77, that's an interesting name. What do you think will be the downfall? That's actually funny that this question's after the other one. What do you think will be the downfall of MCOC? Would you ever in the future start playing Mcoc, but for small amounts of time? Are you still interested in the story of MCOC, where you take time to read the dialogue and actually speculate about what the story will lead to? Okay, these are some interesting questions. So, what do I think the downfall of MCOC will be? It's tough to say. Kabam is definitely one of the, just, you know, Kabam doing some Kabam things that they've done in the past. Hopefully, I really hope that and I think they have learned from their mistakes, but it could happen. That's definitely one thing that could be the downfall of MCC, just, you know, them not really listening and keep doing things that they've done in the past. If like the MCU really falls off, I think that could be a downfall of MCOC, because it's pretty heavily connected with the MCU, and that's what brings a lot of traffic to the game. Other downfalls I can see, I mean, the game, just, I don't know, those are really the main two I can think of, at least. And would you ever start playing Mcoc? Yeah, definitely, I do want to check it out. And are you interested in the story? So I was really interested in MCOC storyline when I first started playing. I read everything, because I felt like I was playing a comic book, you know, with Kang and Thanos and the Isosphere and everything like that. But then the problem was, you know, I started doing Legends runs and being forced to skip the dialogue, and now it's just a force of habit. It's a force of habit to skip it, you know. But I would love to know more. That's why I love like the trailers and everything that they do, because then I can actually kind of catch up on it. But yeah, I am invested in the story, but I want to read the dialogue. It's honestly just a force of habit not to now. But yeah, thank you for your question. Next up, Siddharth. In your opinion, which character is the most fun to play? I think Human Torch. Mitt Vaghela, what's your and what you are currently doing in studies, if studying? Love from India. No, I'm not studying anything, just MCOC. How did you start your channel? I have a friend in Alliance who streamed on Twitch but only gets 8 viewers or something. I just started uploading crystal opening videos and started getting views, and after about like 6 months, I uploaded a featured 5-star crystal opening for Stark Spider-Man, and it got 30k views, and gained a lot of subscribers. And after that point, I kind of started taking it more seriously. Yeah, just looking at the views, you can get really disheartening. Just try to have fun with it. If you were to choose parry and dexterity, which one would you go for? If I had to pick like one or the other, dexterity. How in the world do you think Aegon's actually the 5th best skill? Outside of Abyss and Labyrinth, it's just not worth the build-up. Inside Abyss and Labyrinth, he's number 100% though, by a long shot. Next up, and that was from Rundrank, Jack, and Iron Patriot. Thank you guys for questions. Next up, Ori Irian. What's your single biggest tip / skill to learn with the goal of improving? In MCOC, just practice, man. A lot of practice. What I did when I first started playing was I focus on like one skill at a time and really hone that skill. For example, parrying. I would practice parrying a lot until I got really good at it. And then dexterity, you know, I try to learn every single character special animation in the game, which back then was like half what there is now. It was much easier. But yeah, just like take it one skill at a time and master each skill at a time. Next, Gilberto, if you had any champ at 6-star rank 3 or 565 that are available at 6-star, 600 to clear all of Realm of Legends, which champ would it be? Congrats on 75k. Next up, 100k. Thanks, man. One champ at 6-star rank 3 to clear all realm of legend. Are you just saying like for fun, or like what would be the best? Because if it was for fun, probably take like warlock or something, because I don't have him. Yeah, probably warlock. What would you do if you never became a YouTuber? That's on 5K Legs. Much love, G. Thanks, Jerry. If I didn't become a YouTuber, man, I don't know. I have no idea. I might have taken up a trade, been like an electrician or something along those lines. That's what my dad wanted me to do, was go into a trade. Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea. Maybe something with computers. I honestly don't know. I'm very glad I became a YouTuber. Does it feel good to follow what you like? And what was the reaction of your family when you told them what you want to do in your life? Okay, this is good. Like, some questions are like so connected right after another. Google users. So it was, when I was in middle school, I would play Call of Duty all day long. All day. I'd come home from school and I would just start playing Call of Duty. I'd get called for dinner. 5 more minutes, my game's almost done. Go eat dinner, put my stuff away, go back to my room, start playing Call of Duty again until it was my bedtime. That's all I would do in middle school. And I wanted to become, at the end of middle school, I wanted to become a pro. Like grade 9, I was playing competitive, and that's what I wanted to be, a pro. And I tell my parents this. I was like, I want to become a professional Call of Duty player. I'm going to live stream. I'm going to be a YouTuber, and I'm going to make a ton of money. That's what I was telling them. And they hated this because I played Call of Duty so much. Because that's all I did, right? And then eventually when I quit in like grade 12, they were so happy. They were so happy I stopped playing Xbox all day. And then I started playing MCC on my phone, and it wasn't like, I don't know, it seemed like better than Xbox. I wasn't glued to the TV. I was glued to my phone, which every kid my age was already. And then I basically, what happened was I took a year off from school after I graduated, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. All I knew was I was done with school, man. I had been in school for 13 years, felt like all my entire life, and I just needed a break. And then I told my parents, I'm like, I'm taking a break from school a year. Like they didn't have a say in the matter, like, I'm taking a break. I don't care what you say. That's what I'm doing. And they're like, okay, they weren't really against it, but a lot of people say, like, if you take a year from school, you never end up going back, and that was the case with both my parents. My dad's like, I'm still on a break from school, and so I wasn't really doing anything. I was working part time at a grocery store, and I was still playing MCC, but it was for fun. And then I started making YouTube videos, and started to get some views, and then I uploaded that one video, the Spider-Man video, got 30K views. I shot up to 1,000 subscribers. I made my channel monetized, and I was like, holy crap, like, this is like, I'm actually could make like some money off YouTube. At the time, my channel wasn't even monetized at the time. I had just monetized it, and I wasn't gonna be making much. But I was like, you know what, I want to do this. So I told my parents, I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to be a YouTuber. And at first, my dad's reaction was, he's like, do you know how many people try to be a YouTuber? And then he's like, do you know how many people actually become one, or like can sustain themselves off that? And, like, I understand that reaction, but I was like, Dad, like, if I really set my mind to it, I know I can do it. And that was just kind of the mindset I tried to keep. And they weren't really super supportive about it at first. But then I went to Comic-Con, and, I was 17 at the time, and I kind of had to, like, I graduated high school, and it was like, most of my friends were already 18, which is like legal adult age where I live. You can drink, you can do whatever. But I was 17 still technically, so I was still technically not an adult, right? And I wanted to go to New York, and I tried to convince my parents, and they're like, you can't go on your own, all this stuff. Basically, I ended up convincing them. I'm like, I'm basically a grown man. I'm finished high school, like, I'm going. Eventually, I won the tournament and everything like that. My channel started growing a whole lot more. And after that point, my parents really started to understand that, like, I can actually do this. You know, like this could actually be a career. And I'd say like after I came back from New York and after winning Comic-Con, that's really when they started supporting it a lot more. And yeah, after that it was great. And like recently, like within like the last year and a bit, overwhelming support from my family, which is great. Especially my dad. He watches like my videos every day on his way to work. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. I took a lot of time answering that question, but it was yeah, it's interesting. And I understand where they were coming from for sure. But yeah, that's how we got here. Now next, who is your inspiration? How do you feel after becoming such a reputed MC streamer and content creator? Love from India. Thanks, man. It feels really cool, man. It feels surreal sometimes. Sometimes I don't realize how many people actually like watch me, and when I think about actually how big of a number it is, it's like, holy crap, that's a lot of people, you know. But who is my inspiration? I don't know. When I first started, like the other MCC YouTubers, like the big guys, Brian, Dave, Seaton at the time, you know, watching those guys was a big inspiration. Next up we got Aman here. Could we have more how to use videos? Yeah, man, I definitely want to make some more guide videos for sure. Saket, does Legacy play basketball or any other sports or just MCOC? Or sorry, baseball. No, I don't play baseball. I don't play too many other sports. I play volleyball a decent amount with my friends. That's about it. Lately, I would love to play other sports. Yeah, I would love to. You know, just COVID and all that stuff. Hopefully this winter, get out to some rinks, play some hockey or something. That'd be fun. Thank you for your question, man. Next up, Swarhit Jana. What do you think is the best and worst character in the game? Quake is the best, and the worst, Iron Patriot, Joe Fixit. Alright, Whale Milker. Hey Legs, rum or whiskey? Cheers from the Midwest. Thanks, Whale Milker. I'd probably have to say rum. Rum and whiskey, neither one's really my favorite, but yeah, probably rum. You know, Coke and rum, not too bad. Yeah, don't mind whiskey, but you know, don't love it. RSAT, what province of Canada do you live in? Were you born in the same province that you live in now? Love from Ontario. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was born, raised in Alberta, Canada, in the city of Edmonton. Lived here my whole life. Yep, still here today. I answered that one. What was this? What is your favorite Marvel film? We love the content you release. Thanks, Francis. Favorite Marvel film is Endgame and Infinity War, for sure. Love those movies. What are your favorite movies inside and outside of MCU? It's so weird. The algorithm is putting comments that are kind of like each other. Movies. So inside the MCU, yeah, all the Avengers movies, the Spider-Man movies, Thor Ragnarok, oh, so good. Guardians were really good as well. Outside the MCU, John Wick, really love those movies. I like just like comedies. As far as like other series go, nothing's really coming to mind. Really love the John Wick franchise though. That's great. How many Tinder matches? Oh wait, that was from Daniel. And next up from AB, how many Tinder matches did you get in the first day / week you used Tinder? I don't know, man. Not a lot. What's your favorite type of ice cream? So, you know, good old plain vanilla is always the go-to. But if we want to get a little bit more fancy, I like cotton candy. It's a great type of ice cream. Top 3 luckiest moments in MCOC. I don't know. Pulling Sorcerer Supreme and like calling it is definitely one. And probably just some of my featured openings, you know, where I pulled Red Guardian out of 1 crystal, pulled Dragon Man out of the first crystal. It's probably some of the lucky stuff. Yeah, Saiyan, thank you for the question. And Lion, thank you for the ice cream question. Mike, how old were you when you started doing YouTube? So I was 17. Yeah, 17. I was in grade 12. I started playing when I was 16, then I turned 17, then I started doing YouTube. So yeah, 17. Alright, next up here. Why did you name your channel Lagacy? So basically back in the Call of Duty days, you know, you join a clan, and the clan Well, one of the examples was I was in a clan called Style. So Style you put as your gamer tag, and then you put your name next. And Legacy, like Legacy, was a very common name, Style Legacy. But it was so common. I liked it, but it was just so common. I wanted to put a little of my spin on it. And my connection when I used to play Call of Duty was horrible. So I replaced the E with the A for a Lagacy because I lag and I still killed people. So in Call of Duty. So yeah, that's how I got the name, and that was just kind of the name I stuck to when I played games. And yeah, it was my YouTube name when I made my YouTube account to comment on videos years ago, 10 years ago. So yeah, just kept it, yeah, thanks for the question, Dr. Doom. All right, so what's your all-time favorite color? Red, 100%. If you can't tell, just looking at my headphones, the border, yeah, we've got red. That's more Canadian colors, but yeah, I love red. Red's always been my favorite color, man. What was one of your favorite memories with Poppa Legs? It was probably when we'd go on vacation. So we'd go on family vacations, right? It's me, my dad, my mom, and my sister, so the four of us. And, girls being girls, when you take girls from Canada and you put them in America, we went to California, Las Vegas, Florida, throughout the years. Those are some of the trips we've been on. The girls want to go shopping because that's just how girls are. So, my mom and sister would go shopping together, and me and my dad did not want to spend 8 hours shopping all day, right, when we're on vacation. So my dad would take me, and we'd go do something fun. And most recently, on our last trip in Florida, we went to a shooting range, and we shot automatic guns. And, oh my God, that was fun, dude. That was so much fun. So that's probably one of my favorite memories with my dad. Some good times. Thank you for the question, Nightbat. Next up, Manic saying, congratulations on 100K subs. My question is, what are your two favorite movie series? Mine is Star Wars, Back to the Future. Also, I want to suggest you a movie, Rat Sasan and Vikram Vedha, but you have to watch them with English subtitles. They're mystery thriller movies. They are the best South Indian movie. All right, cool, man. Thanks for the suggestions. My favorite movie series, of course, MCU. And really like John Wick. I like Star Wars too. Haven't been too into the new ones. I haven't even seen the newest one. But yeah, I really love John Wick. Do you have a girlfriend? I currently do not. Answered a lot of these myself. How's life going for you? It's pretty good right now. Just wish COVID would go away. What's your least favorite color? I never thought about that. Maybe orange, Orange is just, it's not quite red. It's not good. Who are you trying to be? You trying to be red? No, get out of here. And yeah, orange, it's the name of the fruit too. So come up with a better name. How long have you been playing this game? I started playing on October 15th, 2016, so coming up on 4 years. It's crazy. What methods did you use to improve your MCC technique? Are there specific routines you would do to practice certain elements of combat? And if so, what content would you use to practice? So yeah, I kind of talked about this earlier, where I basically would just focus on one skill at a time. So I started with parry, and then dexterity, and then baiting specials, and then intercepting for over a year. I spent just practicing my intercepts, so I got really good at them. And then more recently, the reparry, been practiced that a whole bunch last year when I learned about it. And yeah, I just take one skill at a time, master that skill, and then add it to the toolbox. That's kind of what I do, and I suggest. And what content would you use to practice? Labyrinth of Legends is a really good place to practice intercepting. That's where I practice a lot of my intercepting. Because you kind of have to learn to rely on your intercepts, or else you're gonna take a lot of block damage. You're gonna run out of parries. So yeah, Labyrinth is a good place to practice a lot of stuff. And yeah, thank you for the question, John. And DJH. Oh god, I butchered that. I apologize. I keep forgetting to read the names. I'm sorry, guys. What's we got next here? The uncontested. If you could, which nerf champion would you bring back, and which one would you ban forever? I miss all the nerf champs, like the 12.0 ones: Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Thor, Doctor Strange. I feel like Doctor Strange deserves to be brought back the most, just because he wasn't that overpowered. And which one would I ban forever? I don't know. The Ultra Witch was pretty overpowered, man. I love her back, but she was pretty ridiculous. Next up, my account saying, how is it so far after you got your own house? Still relaxed and exciting. Yeah, it's been pretty great living on my own. It's really weird because it all happened during COVID, but yeah, it's definitely relaxing and exciting. Just a lot more responsibility, you know, having to like take care of everything, to manage the whole property and everything like that. But yeah, it's been great. Wally, old For Loki member here. Who is better, you or Dreamin'? With Corvus, definitely Dreamin'. With Ghost, definitely me. Have you ever gotten bullied, other than getting bullied by the disability to get Warlock? It was phrased very weirdly. Yeah, I got picked on a little bit in grade 7, but after that, I didn't really have any problems. But yeah, grade 7, definitely not my best year of school. What is your favorite food? Swampert Mega. My favorite food is, it's like steak and with like surf turf, like steak with like crab or lobster, king crab or lobster. Ooh, that's like my favorite meal right there. If I had to just pick one though, probably king crab, man. King crab is so good, so good. Also love like pizza and stuff, burgers, fries. Dominus Dave, how many fences have you smashed? Just one, and then we built a new one. So yeah. How do you manage your personal life and gaming life? What are your ambitions in life? Garbage dustbin. It's definitely hard managing the personal life and gaming life, especially doing YouTube. It takes up so much time. But with COVID lately, don't even leave the house that much, so it hasn't been too much of an issue. I just try to hang out with my friends as much as possible when we're all free. And what are your real ambitions in life? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a tough one. Really, just want to start my own family one day, have kids. Definitely wanna see that in my future. Yeah, I don't know what else. Don't think about it too much. What were your first 5 and 6-star champions? Iron Fist was my first 5-star, and Sentry was my first 6-star. And I duped them both soon after. Yep. Alright, what else do we got here? Yeah, Lagacy. So my questions are, what is your real life name? Brandon. Do you have any siblings? Yes, a sister. Do you watch other MCC YouTubers' videos? Yes. Used to watch them all the time. Lately, I've just been really busy, but yeah. What's your favorite mobile game? MCOC. And do you watch cricket? I do not. Thank you for the question, Cherith Yadav. Alright, let's keep going. What else did I heart? Are you going to release any merch? I've thought about it, and I would like to. I was gonna make some for Comic-Con this year, but that's canceled. But yeah, I don't know. It's really up to you guys. If you want merch, then yeah, I could definitely make it, like a Legacy hoodie or a hat. I feel like it'd be pretty cool. Or now, a mask or something. I don't know. But yeah, I thought about it for sure. And yeah, it's really if you guys want it. Next up here, would you take Katie for a date? Sure. Yeah. Katie's great. I think we're getting towards the end here. Is Canada as great as you, or are you as great as Canada? I don't know, man. Some aspects of Canada are pretty great. I don't think I can compare. Which champion has a cool special 3 animation? Psylocke. Psylocke has a super dope L3 animation. What's your real name? It is Brandon. And looking for anything else here. What's your favorite M song? Favorite Eminem song? Rap God's definitely up there. Drug Ballad's really good too. Lose Yourself, you know, some of the classics. But yeah, I'd probably say like Drug Ballad is my favorite. That like, you know, everyone, like you have to actually like be a real fan of Eminem to know a lot of his songs, not just the mainstream ones. Drug Ballad's a really good tune. What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna rank 3 with those? Oh, wait, and thank you for the question, Fide Bramba. Who are you gonna rank 3 with those 2 Cosmic T5CC Thanos? Clyde. No, I think I'm just gonna save them. Hope for Corvus, or just a new champ. You know, who knows who else we'll get. Next up, Tolga. Favorite song? That's tough. I actually looked on my phone to look at some of my most played songs, and got some stuff from Nav, from Takeoff, from the Migos. I don't know if I had like one favorite song. I like a lot of music, and it's like kind of like what I'm feeling. You know, like sometimes when I really like a new song, I'll play like a whole bunch, and then I'll kind of get sick of it, and then not like it anymore. So yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I like a lot of music. What's your favorite sitcom? Probably How I Met Your Mother. That's a great show. Big Bang Theory is pretty good too. But yeah, How I Met Your Mother, dude, that's a phenomenal show. I've watched all of it like twice. Who's your favorite MCC YouTuber other than yourself? Well, I'm not my favorite MCC YouTuber. It'd be weird if you were. Seton BG Karate Mike. I don't know. Like before I started doing YouTube, it was Brian. I'd watch his streams like every night. And like now, still, it's weird because like they're all. I think of them as like my friends now and like kind of like colleagues. But yeah, I like all of them. Like all of them. Seton, BG Karate Mike. Yeah, they're all great. 2 of them are in my alliance, so I know them fairly well. Seton, I've met. I know him pretty well too. So yeah. Elfwin Yazi, haven't seen you in a while, man. How long have you and Yeet known each other? Well, I knew Yeet before he knew me. I watched his videos before he even started playing the game. But I became a mod in his streams before I became like a YouTuber. So that would have been like early 2017, and then late 2017 we met at Comic-Con. Became just really, really good friends there. So yeah. And yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's all the questions I had hearted. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the second part of this Q&A. Wow, still 40 minutes. I tried to be faster on this one, but there was 220 comments. I think there's only 97 on Twitter. So yeah, it was a lot. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this Q&A. Thank you so much for 75,000 subscribers. If I missed your question, go ahead and put it down below, or if you have a question of your own, I'll be sure to answer it in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support you've given me. It seriously means so much. I just feel blessed for being able to have this as my job. And yeah, we're gonna keep the grind going. Keep uploading, try to upload a video every single day. That's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.